Hey everyone, this is Jenny. I am so glad that we are able to meet today for our YOGAdaptive session. So YOGAdaptive is only here, only at Rescue Yoga, and only with a chair. So go ahead and grab your chair. That's all we're going to need today. Is one chair. You want to be on top of a surface that is non-skid. So if your chair has wheels on it, probably back it up against a wall or in a corner so it's not going to roll out from underneath you. And also if your chair is on tile, you might want to move your chair onto the rug or maybe put a yoga mat down up underneath it so that it does not slide out from underneath you. So we are going to get started today. Like I said, all you're going to need is a chair. And I'm going to go get set up. All right, my friends, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do some deep breathing first. So you can sit back into your chair, make yourself nice and comfortable. Let your feet be flat on the floor. Now, if you're a shorty like me, the feet don't always reach flat onto the floor. So if you need to put something up underneath the feet, you can do that. If you have shoes on and that meets the requirements, then go right ahead and do that. All right, so sitting up nice and tall. Just let your hands rest wherever it's comfortable. And I want you to close your eyes. So as you inhale, draw your shoulders up, even lift your eyebrows up, but keep your eyes closed. As you exhale, roll your shoulders back down and let the eyebrows fall. Yeah, we'll do that again. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, draw them back and set them down. One more. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back and set them down. Good. So right here, the hands just rest. And we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing just to kind of clear the mind a little bit. So as we do this, you're going to be touching your face. So be mindful if you haven't washed your hands in a little while, maybe go wash your hands right quick and come back with some hand, or maybe use some hand sanitizer. But we are going to be touching our noses for just a few rounds of breath. All right, so alternate nostril breathing, it's also called Nadi Shodhana, and we will use our thumb and our ring finger on our dominant hand, okay? So the other two fingers, you have options. You can bend them up underneath, or you can set them on top of your third eye right between your brow, or right at your brow. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to curl my two fingers up underneath. I'm going to take my nose, or take my thumb and plug my one nostril. So breathe in. Hold the breath. Switch to your ring finger and breathe out. Now right here, breathe in. Hold the breath. Switch to the thumb and breathe out. Breathe in. Hold the breath, switch the other nostril, and breathe out. And breathe in. Hold the breath, switch to the other nostril, and breathe out. Last time, breathe in. And then release your hand and breathe out. Good. So if you need to grab a tissue and clear your sinuses, feel free to do that. And you probably want to have some water handy. Not that we're going to be using water in our practice, but I do want to encourage all of you to be drinking water, not to forget to drink water. The season is changing, and our body's going to need the hydration. Alrighty, so let your arms fall down to your sides. On your inhale, we'll sweep the arms open and up. As you exhale, turn the hands out and bring the arms back down. We'll do it again. Inhale, sweeping the arms open and up. Exhale, turn the hands out and bring the arms back down. One more. Inhale, arms come up. And your arms may not go straight up. That is okay. Exhale, turn the hands out and bring them back down. Awesome. So here we're going to roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Just warming up through the shoulders a little bit. And then we'll bring the hands on top of the shoulders. Now roll your elbows. Good. And then here we'll relax those arms down to our sides. So you can have a couple of different things going on. You can hang on to the leg of your chair. You can have your hand on your leg. You can have your hand on the side of the chair, whatever makes sense for you. So we'll take our left arm. As you inhale, reach the left arm up and up, just up. As you exhale, lean over a little bit. Inhale, come back to the center, reach up a little higher. Can you press through your feet? And then exhale, lean over again. One more. Inhale, reach up a little bit higher, and exhale over. Good. On your next inhale, come all the way back to the center. Now we'll do that on the opposite side, so you can use your hand on your leg, chair, the leg of the chair, whatever makes sense for you. So here, inhale, reach that right arm straight up. As you exhale, we'll lean over to the left. Inhale, come back to the center. Can you reach a little higher? And exhale, lean. And one more time. Inhale, back to the center. Reach a little higher. Press through your feet. And exhale over. With your next inhale, come back to the center, and then exhale, relax the arm down to the sides. Good. All right, so here we're going to work in the neck region. So lower your chin to your chest, and moving with your inhale. As you inhale, the left ear goes over to the left shoulder, and exhale, bring your chin to your chest. And then inhale the right ear to the right shoulder. So the shoulder stays down. The ear is moving, not the shoulder coming up. And then exhale, chin to chest. So again, inhaling the head to the left. Exhale, chin to chest. And one more. Inhale the head to the right. And exhale, chin to chest. Now this time we'll lift the head all the way back up and then turn your head over your right shoulder so you're just looking straight off to the side. So some of us have been in our house for quite some time and we have not been in our car driving. So one of the skill sets that I recognized is that I kind of lost a little bit of range of motion in my neck. And I don't really want to lose range of motion in my neck because it helps for me when I'm driving. So we're doing a few neck stretches as some of you start to move out of the house and out into the world again slowly. Now bringing that head back to the center. And then we'll turn the head the other way. So the chin is still level to the floor and we're sitting up nice and tall. Taking a few breaths in and out right here. We'll take one more deep breath in, still sitting tall, and a full exhale. And on your next inhale, come back to the center. Okay, now bobble your head just a little bit. There we go. All righty. So here, we're going to work with the shoulder, the arm, and the head all together. All right, so we're going to start right here. Reach your right arm out in front of you. All right, so let me show you the motion that right arm is going to be doing. The right arm is going to start at shoulder height, and it's going to move down at an angle and kind of come back behind us. And then it's going to come back forward, okay? So that's what the arm is doing. Let's do it together. Bring the arm down and behind a little bit so your fingertips are reaching down and away, and then bringing that arm back up. All right, so we're going to add the head here. So the head is going to lean the opposite way. Do you feel that? I know. And then come back to the center. We'll do it again. Leaning the head over as that arm comes down. Feel that stretch through the front of the shoulder, the side of the neck, and then come back to the center one more time. This time, bring that arm down, lean the head over. We're going to stay right here. All right? So as the fingertips are reaching down and away, maybe turn your palm to face the ceiling. Oh gosh, did you feel that? Yeah, that's super good. Now rotate your palm the other way. So you might have felt that completely different. So whichever one felt most beneficial for you, go with it. So maybe your palm turns this way or the other way. Totally up to you. Go with it. Now here, take your chin and turn and look down at your shoulder. And then look forward again. The head's still leaning over. Take your head and look down. And then look forward. Head still leans. One more time. Turning the head to look down. Good. And then coming forward. So here we're going to relax the arm. And we're going to take that hand and, take your other hand. I'm looking at myself in the monitor and it's all freaking me out. So use your hand and press your head back up to the center. Good. Now do you feel like you're kind of leaning sideways? Yeah, me too. All right. So we're nice and long and warm on that one side. So we're going to go and do the other side. All right. Arms first. So left arm reaches straight out in front. Deep breath in. As you exhale, it's going to come down to the side and back behind us. Good. So the fingertips are really reaching away from our shoulder. Inhale, come back forward. And exhale, bringing that arm back down. And one more time, we're going to add on after this. Exhale, bring that arm down, reach it backwards just a little bit. And then coming back to the center. So this time we'll add the head. As you exhale, the head leans away from that arm as that arm reaches away from you. And inhale, come back up to the center, starting position. Exhale, slowly sweep that arm back and down as the head leans over. Good. Inhale, come back up. One more like that. Exhale, leaning the head, reaching the arm, and inhaling back. Good. This time we'll go into it and we'll stay there. So the head leans over, the hand is reaching out and back just a little bit. Now right here, if you want, turn the head and look down at the shoulder, and then look forward. The head is still leaning. Turn the head looking down, and then look forward. One more. This time, exhale, turn the head and look down, and we're going to stay there. So maybe you turn your palm on your hand, turn it up, or maybe you spin it around the opposite way. So go with whichever way makes most sense for your body. So when you do it on one side, it might have felt one way, and maybe you didn't like it, but you might like it on this side. I don't know. Give it a whirl. So the head's leaning over. We're turning the head to look down at that shoulder. That other arm is reaching out away from us. The palm might turn up one way, or it might turn the other. And take 2 more breaths right here. Good. When you're ready, we're going to lower that arm. Let your head look forward. So use that hand to press your head all the way back up to the center. Good. Do you feel even from one side to the other? Maybe bobble your head a few times. Good. So the head should, or the neck should feel nice and long. Alrighty. So let's move down the body just a little bit. So we're going to start working into the upper back and the chest. So go ahead and scooch forward just a little bit. So it's starting to get a little warm in here. So if you need to shed a layer, feel free to do that as well. Alrighty, so I'm going to reach back behind and I'm going to grab the chair. And the feet are hips distance apart, or maybe as wide as the legs of your chair. Okay, so we're going to do a few cat-cow stretches here. We'll do one and then we'll do the other. So here, draw the shoulders back behind you. As you inhale, lift your chest up to the ceiling, and then exhale, release. We'll do it again. Inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift that chest up. And exhale, release. Now we'll bring the hands onto the knees. We'll change it just a little bit. As you inhale, we lift the chest up, draw the shoulders back, and then exhale, round in that spine. Maybe drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, lifting up through the heart. And exhale, rounding through the back. One more. Inhale, lifting up through the heart. And exhale, rounding through the back. Good. And come back up to seated. All right. So here, we're going to do a little side stretching. And we're going to take our feet and open them up a little bit wider. So making your bottom comfortable in your chair. The feet are a little wider than the chair. All right, so here we can use our forearms on our thigh bones to help support our body, okay? So we'll start with the right arm first, bringing that forearm down to the leg. And on the inhale, reaching the left arm up overhead. As you exhale, we'll bring that hand around behind and grab your chair. Maybe it's low, maybe it's high, whatever works. Inhale, reach that arm up and over. And exhale, reach around behind. One more. Inhale, reach up and over. And exhale, bring it behind. Now right here, inhale, reach that arm straight up overhead. Now as you exhale, bring that hand down, and I want you to touch maybe the shin or the ankle of that leg. Now inhale as you pull that arm all the way back up. Good. Exhale, bring that hand down. Chest faces the floor. Into inhale, pulling that arm up. One more. Exhale, down. And inhale, pulling it back up. Good. And this time, exhale, bring that arm down. As you inhale, pull that arm up. Stay here, exhale. As you inhale, reach up to the ceiling as high as you can and let your body come all the way back to the center. Good. So go ahead and roll that left shoulder. It should feel nice and warm. Good job. All right, we're going to go to the other side, bringing that forearm down to the thigh. And on your next inhale, sweeping that right arm up and over. And exhale, bringing it around behind. You might grab the chair here. You can grab it down low or up high, whichever you choose. On your next inhale, sweeping that arm up overhead. And exhale, bringing it back down. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, sweeping that arm up overhead. And exhale, back down. Now this time, inhale, reach that arm up overhead. As you exhale, we're going to bring it down and maybe touch the inside of your knee, your shin, or your ankle. With your next inhale, sweep that arm all the way up. So we're turning the heart open to the ceiling, and exhale, facing the heart to the floor. Again, inhale, that arm goes up, and exhale, we bring it down. Now one more, inhale, the arm goes up, and exhale, the arm goes down. Now this time, inhale, take that arm up, stay here, exhale. On your inhale, reach a little higher and let your body come back to the middle, releasing that arm down to the floor. Don't put your arm on the floor. Just let it come to your side. If your arm's on the floor, we got a problem. All right. So right here, the feet are hips distance apart, or chairs, chair legs distance apart. So we're going to wind through our spine. Now, if you just had lunch, maybe this is a smaller movement. If you have not had lunch and your spine is feeling pretty good and warmed up, go to town, my friend. Go ahead. We want to go slow. Be very mindful of this. All right, we'll go one more time in this direction. And then reverse. Go the other way. Hey, Chuck, it's good to see you on our Facebook Live today. Glad you could join us. We're going to go one more time in this direction. And coming back to the center. Awesome. All right. So we're going to move a little more into this region, doing some twisting. All right. So sitting up nice and tall in your chair and try to keep your feet flat on the floor. When we do this and we're standing or we're sitting, sometimes our knees will go back and forth. And that really just means that our hips are trying to get involved. We don't want our hips to be involved in this. We want the spine to do all of the work here. All right. So on your inhale, reach your arms up all overhead. As you exhale, we're going to twist to one side and let your arms fall to the shoulders, to shoulder height. Now inhale, come back up. And exhale, go to the other side. Good. Inhale, come back up. Now I want you to pay attention to the knees. Exhale, twist. Did your knees go crooked? If so, try to keep them level with one another. Inhale, come back to the center. And exhale, twist the other way. And inhale, back to the center. One more time each way. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And last one, exhale, twist. And inhale, center. This time, as you exhale, release those arms down to your sides. Good. And I want you to cross your arms in front of your chest. Maybe you do the I Dream of Jeannie right here. And we're just going to kind of rock our torso side to side. Just warming up through those obliques here. All right, so we're going to add on to this. As you're rocking side to side, can you lift one foot up off the floor? It doesn't matter which one, just pick one. Good, so long as you're in a chair that doesn't have wheels, you're good. Now set that foot down and pick up the other foot. So feeling the body temperature starting to warm up a little bit. Nice. And then set that foot down and come back to the center. Go ahead and release those arms. So whose body temperature just shot up a little bit? Mine did. I feel like my face is all flush. All righty. So we're going to move into do some more ab stuff right here. So scoot your bottom forward a little bit. I'm actually going to turn my chair sideways so you can see kind of what's going on a little bit more. So I'm sitting towards the middle or the front edge of my chair, and I'm going to lean my shoulders back, keeping my shoulders back so I'm not slouching. My spine is still nice and long. My heart is lifted, and if you want to, you can grab the back of your chair to help keep your spine nice and long. Good, so right here, we're going to lift one leg and then lift the other. So just alternating legs, unless you're super toned already and you want just a really, really bigger challenge, then you're lifting both legs at the same time. Or you stay with one leg at a time. So taking it to wherever you need it. Maybe you're just barely getting one foot up off the floor. That's still working the abs. All right, so we'll do a couple more right here. And then go ahead, let the feet rest on the floor for a second. If your arms are hanging onto your chair, go ahead and reach your arms up. So you might stretch through the spine here, opening through the chest, belly, the shoulders. And then we'll release those hands back down again. All right, so this time we're going to do a little bit of marching. So if you feel like there's a danger that you might fall out of your chair, go ahead and scoot your bum back into your chair so that you can feel the back of it. Otherwise, maybe sitting towards the front part of your chair, and we're going to work those arms first. So as you inhale, take the left arm up, and then exhale, bring it down. Inhale, take the right arm up, and exhale, bring it down. Good. So keep going. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. So add the opposite leg. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. So keep going, moving with your breath. So we got the alternate hand and foot reaching up. So continuing to warm up through our core muscles. And we'll do one more on each side. Oh, wait. Now we'll do one more on each side. And go ahead and release. All right, so scoot your bum forward in your chair. We'll lean our shoulders backwards. Stretch your legs out in front. And then as you inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Stretch long through the belly. Now I want you to squeeze your glutes right here. Yep, squeeze your glutes. And then go ahead and relax the glutes. Bring the arms back down. And sit up. All righty, my friends. So we're going to stand up and face our chair. All righty. So facing our chair right here, we're going to do a few sun salutations just to continue warming up the entire body and helping it, helping all of the movement of the body and the breath become linked together. All righty. So hands down next to our sides. Feel the four corners of your feet anchored into the floor, okay? Now think about your pelvis right here, and we're going to kind of draw it up underneath us. And the front of your rib cage, draw it in some. The shoulders will roll them back and down. And the crown of the head is lifted up and reaching upward, but our chin, draw it back just a little bit. Good. On your next inhale, we'll sweep those arms up overhead. As you exhale, we're going to sink into our chair with our hands at our heart. Deep breath in right here. As you exhale, we'll bring the hands into the chair and fold forward. On your inhale, straighten through the arms, straighten through the legs. As you exhale, we'll bend the arms and the knees. Good. On your inhale, we'll lift up into your chair pose. Maybe your hands are at your heart or out in front. And then on your next inhale, push all the way up to standing. And exhale, release the arms to the sides. We'll do this again. Inhale, sweep those arms open and up. And exhale, sink into your chair. Take a deep breath in right here. As you exhale, hands to the chair and we'll fold forward. As you inhale, straighten through the legs and the arms. Feel your spine lengthen. As you exhale, soften the knees and elbows. On your next inhale, we'll lift up into our chair pose. Stay here, exhale. On your next inhale, reach those arms up overhead. And exhale, release the arms down to the sides. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, sink into your chair pose. Take another deep breath in right here. On your exhale, we'll hinge forward, hands into the chair. Inhale, straighten through the arms and legs and spine. And exhale, soften the knees and elbows. Inhale, we'll lift up into our chair pose. Stay here, exhale. Inhale, reach up overhead as you stand tall. And exhale, relax the arms down to the sides. Now just stand here for a second, taking a few breaths. Maybe you need to catch your breath. Maybe you've become aware of your body and the effort that it's making to hold itself in this space. Take one more breath. Good job. All righty. So we're going to come and stand next to our chair. And I'm going to turn my chair around so I can hang on to the back of it. All righty. So one of the things that I always have a request for is balance. And that's kind of why we went through warming up our core and stuff like that, is because it really takes core muscles to be able to do balancing. And as we age, our body, we start, besides the fact that it's maybe getting smaller, shorter, our habits, our range of motion get a little bit smaller. I want to make sure that you have a full range of motion, and when your full range of motion is there and accessible, it's easier for you to balance. All right, so we're going to start balancing on 2 feet. We're going to start right here. Feet are right up underneath us. You can hang on to the chair. You can hang on to a wall, a countertop, whatever makes sense for you. All right, so on your inhale, lift both heels up. And as you exhale, lower those heels down. I'm going to scoot back a little bit. Inhale, lift those heels up. And exhale, lower down. Good, 2 more. Inhale, lift those heels. And exhale, lower. Now this time, inhale, lift the heels. As you exhale, lower the heels and bend your knees. We'll do that again. Inhale, lift the heels, standing tall. Exhale, lower the heels, bend the knees. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Lower the heels and sink into your chair. We're going to stay right here. All right, so we're going to shift our weight into that right foot and lift your left heel. Do you feel all of the effort happening right here in this thigh? All of it. So let this hip actually go backwards just a little bit more. So it's working. It's nice and strong. It's firm. And the longer we stay here, the more demand that the muscle has for blood. And that's really what that aching might be. So you might feel some shaking going on. And certainly if you have something happening in your knee, then by all means, if you need to eliminate this and just be on both feet, you can do that too. All right, so I'm still hanging on to my chair. You got your chair? Perfect. Now lift your other foot up off the floor. Good. Can you sink your hips down a little bit more? Nice. Feel that leg working. Do you got cramp yet? Hopefully not, but it's possible. Good. Now this is why we have to make sure we're drinking plenty of water. Go ahead and lower those left toes, lower the left heel, and then shift your weight over into the other foot and lift the right heel. Good. So now the left leg is doing all of the work. So reach down. Feel that muscle. Yeah, you got one. Yeah, feel it. All right. So let your left hip sink back and down a little bit more. Even lean your weight towards the heel of that foot. Your toes might lift up. That's okay. Now right here, make sure you got something that you can hang on to. We're going to lift the right toes up off the floor. Yeah, do you feel that glute firing back there? You feel the quad? Now reach down again and grab it. It feels a little more hulkish, doesn't it? Yeah, it's good stuff right there. So shaking in that muscle group is actually good. It's not bad unless it's painful. And it might only be painful in the knee. If it is painful in the knee, go ahead, please eliminate this from your practice today. All right, so we're going to lower the right toes, lower the right heel. Now shift both of your weight or even. Can you sink your hips back and down a little bit more? Yeah, my knee won't go any further. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and squeeze your glutes and press all the way up to standing, still squeezing your glutes. Oh, perfect. And then go ahead and relax. If you need to shake those legs out, please do so. Maybe you pound out those legs right here. Nice. All right, so let's do some warrior right here so we can stretch out those quads just a little bit. All right, so here, bring your left foot up close to the chair and step your right foot backwards as far as is comfortable for you. We want to try and get that back foot flat on the floor. All right, so here, think about curling your hips up underneath. And when we did that, we already started to feel a little stretch right here on the front side of that hip. Good. And then go ahead and bend that front knee a little bit. Good. And did you feel that extra stretch in there? Good. And then we're going to do this a couple of times. So straighten the front leg and bend the front knee. Again, straighten the leg and bend the knee. Last one, straighten and bend. Nice. So we're going to stay right here. And now take that right arm. Reach the right arm up. Feel that extra stretch. And then bring it back down. If your arm does not go up all the way, that is okay. Go with your range of motion. It should be a little challenging at the top end. Not painful. And we'll do one more. Reach it up and bring it back down. Good. So we'll straighten through the front leg and then we'll step that back foot forward. If you need to rock your hips side to side a couple of times, shake something out, feel free to do that. And then we're going to switch sides. So the right foot's going to come forward, the left foot is going to come back. Both of our feet are flat on the floor, and our hips are pointed forward. Good. So here, curl the hips up underneath just a little bit, and then bend through that front knee. Yeah. You feel that stretch down the front side of that left hip. So we'll do this a few times. Straighten the front leg, keeping the hips curled up underneath, and then bending that knee. Again, straighten and bend. And one more, straighten and bend. Nice. So we'll stay right here, and this time we'll work the left arm. So when you're inhale, bringing that left arm up, and exhale, bringing it down. Again, inhale that left arm up, and exhale down. And last one, inhale, taking it up, and exhale, bringing it down. And then we'll relax the legs and step that back foot forward to meet the front, rocking those hips side to side. All right. So I want you to get a little bit bigger range of motion here. So on your hips, so long as it's okay with your pelvis, go ahead and rock them around like you're doing the hula. So listen to your pelvis, listen to your low back, listen to your knees. If you need to make this smaller, go right ahead. And then we're going to reverse that direction. Go in the other way. And then coming back to the center. All right. So right here, we're going to turn the chair to face the seat of the chair. And we're going to soften the knees and lean forward into the chair. So you have a couple of options. If you're a little shorty and it's comfortable for you, you might bring your forearms into the chair. If not, if you have some longer limbs, it might be more comfortable for you to just have your hands in the chair. So right here, we're going to bring the feet hips distance apart, and the feet are probably right up underneath the hips, okay? Now on your inhale, reach that right leg backwards behind you. You can have both knees soft if you need to. And then exhale, lower back down. And the other side, inhale, lift that left leg up behind you. You can still have both knees soft. And exhale, lower back down. So keep going, alternating from side to side, inhaling and exhaling. And again, inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale, reach those legs back, and exhale, lower. And last one, inhale and exhale. Good. Right here, we're going to walk our feet a little bit wider. You bring your elbows down into your chair. And so the feet are nice and wide right here. If you need to keep your knees soft, go right ahead. And I want you to rock your hips side to side. Feel those inner thighs, get a nice little stretch. Just rocking them side to side. Good, and bringing those hips back to the center. And here we're going to take the toes and turn them out just a little bit. Now once more, rock those hips side to side, so it might feel a little bit different with the toes turned out. Just trying to improve some of that range of motion. And we do that using different angles of the body. Good, and when you're ready, bringing the hips back to the center. We're going to walk those hands back up to the center. All right, so we got to get our feet back towards one another. So heel toe, those feet in towards each other. All right, once you're there, bend your knees, lean your hips backwards away from that chair, and then lift up into your chair pose. So squeeze your glutes, squeeze your thighs. On your next inhale, press all the way up to standing, reach up tall. And as you exhale, relax those arms down to the sides. Good. How are we doing? Hopefully we're doing all right. So go ahead and have a seat back in your chair. All right. So range of motion. And we've done some hip stretching right here. We've worked in some of the low back. We've done some twisting so that we can get to our good stretch for today. So a couple of options. One, you might just cross your ankle. So we're going to work with the right leg first. You might just cross your ankle. You might put your left foot up on something and then cross that ankle. Or maybe you have another chair. Let me see. I got another chair right here. So maybe you got another chair and you can bring that foot up on the chair. The other option is bringing the ankle up on the knee. So right here, wherever you are if your ankle is right here, it's up on the leg, maybe you roll that ankle around in circles, and instead of letting your foot do all of the work, do it with your hand. Touch your foot. Grab it. Move it manually through a range of motion. If your leg is on the chair, maybe it's here, and you're rolling it along. Now reverse that direction. Kind of sounds like popcorn in there, huh? A little Rice Krispies. And then go ahead and release. And we'll bring that foot back down to the floor. You didn't even realize that you were getting a hip stretch in there, did you? Yeah, I trick you. All right, so we're going to do that other side. So if you need to use the chair, you can. So here's a couple of options. You can just cross the ankle, the left ankle over the right. Maybe your right foot is up on something, and you cross that leg there. Maybe you have this foot up on the chair, or the shin on the chair, and maybe you have that ankle up on your thigh. So whichever it is, we're going to grab the foot and we're going to roll it around in circles. If you're not able to grab your foot, that is okay. You can do it just by let the ankle rotate. And then we'll reverse that direction. Good. And then let that foot release, and we'll bring it all the way back down to the floor. Awesome. All righty. So right here, we'll do a few range of motion stretches for our hands and for the forearms. Some of you have maybe been working on your computer or, I don't know, gaming. I don't know what people are doing at home in quarantine. So we're going to do some stuff for the lower arm and hands. All right, so first bring your hands out in front of you, make a fist, and then we'll stir those fists around. Like you're stirring cake batter. From conversations that I've had with a lot of my students is a lot of them have been baking a lot lately. Someone brought me some beer bread the other day. Someone made me some cake. So lots of baking going on. Now reverse that direction. All right. So we'll release those hands. Right here, I want you to turn your left palm up, and one finger at a time, we'll pull the finger back. Not so much that it hurts or that we pop it or it comes off or whatever. Just be mindful as we do this. So it's just pulling one finger back at a time, stretching the palm and the underside of the fingers. Good. And we'll just go through each finger and then grabbing the thumb and drawing it backwards. Good. Now grabbing all the fingers and pulling them back. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. So drawing those fingers back towards the elbow, getting a nice stretch through the forearm. And then we'll put the hand over. And here, not pulling on the fingers, but pulling up on the back of the hand. So first, you pull on the hand, and then reach that arm out in front. You might have felt that stretch start to move up the forearm right here. Good. Nice. And then go ahead and roll those fingers out. And then take your right hand and grab the back side of your neck and just pull forward. Grab it right at the middle and just kind of pull down as you turn your head. So we want to release any of those nerves or those muscles in there that might have gotten tight from us stretching in the forearm. Good. All right, and then roll that shoulder out. Perfect. So let's do our other side, shall we? What do we do first? Fingers. All right. So here we'll start with the pinky, and we'll just pull. So see how we're pulling it backwards and back. Not so much that it hurts, just a nice little stretch. You might get a pop. That's okay. And then pulling the thumb back. Good. And then all the fingers, grabbing them and drawing them back. And then release, and we'll flip the hand over. So we'll start with the elbow bent at first, and holding on to the top or the back of the hand. And then we'll stretch that arm out in front. So the forearm right here, it's getting a nice big stretch. For those of you who have been cooking a lot lately, doing lots of stirring and picking up extra heavy pans full of spaghetti or whatever, the forearms, they need a good stretch. And then go ahead and release, and we'll pull that wrist around, wiggle those fingers. Awesome. And then release the arm, use your left hand, grab that that neck and just pull that flesh down. So nice big, kind of like a massaging stretch. Reaching up there, turning the head into that shoulder. Good. And then go ahead and release and roll that shoulder a couple of times. Alrighty, so sitting up nice and tall, go ahead and take a few deep breaths in and out. Right here, we'll inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring the arms back down. Again, inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, back down. One more. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, release them down. You can let your hands rest on your lap, maybe closing your eyes right here. And we'll just take a few breaths together. Now, if you have the proper place where you can and you have the time to take a full-on Shavasana, I do recommend, 5 or 7 minutes just resting. But for the sake of our online moments here, we'll just take a few deep breaths in together. Think about your breath coming in through the crown of your head and moving down to your feet. And then as you exhale from the bottom of your feet all the way back up to the crown of the head. Again, inhale, drawing breath and energy all the way down to the bottoms of the feet. And exhale all the way up from the feet to the crown of the head. This time, as you inhale, draw your energy down towards your tailbone. Filling up the belly full of air. As you exhale, bring that breath all the way back up to the crown of the head, bringing that energy up. So with your eyes closed, feeling that energy move up and down the spine on your breath. Giving yourself this quiet moment, just you and your breath. Take another deep breath in together. And another deep breath out. We'll start to lower the chin to the chest. And fluttering those eyes open. Becoming aware of the space around you and the breath within you. On your next inhale, we'll sweep those arms open and up. And as you exhale, bring the hands together at the heart. I thank you so much for joining us today for our YOGAdaptive session. It has been my honor to share your time. Namaste. Great job, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining.